So we were told that schools were to resume on the 18th of January. So that is physical resumption. So that was the original thing that we were told. Resume on the 18th of January. However, I know that a number of schools were going to resume online anyway, which is not against the law. That's fine. But the official resumption was supposed to be 6th. And then there was a publication that we should not resume on the 18th. We can be online. However, physical resumption is going to be indefinite. So that means we don't know when it's going to happen, which makes a lot of sense to me, because with the COVID-19, the second strain, I hear the virus has mutated. It's more virulent. It can kill within 1 to 3 minutes. It's very, I even have a very good friend, sister in the UK that has pretty much just come out of hospital because of this COVID-19. She had COVID pneumonia, and they had the facilities, everything. She has the gas tank, everything happening all around her. We know that the healthcare system in Nigeria is not quite the same. So we have to be careful and stay at home. We've been seeing videos of people partying, going to the beach, just being reckless. And I believe that we have actually brought this upon ourselves. We've actually brought this second wave upon ourselves, because when people go out, people don't use the mask. We've been talking about people using the mask as chin guards for a long time. And now, no regard anymore. Sometimes you even go to supermarkets that used to sanitize. You go there, they're not sanitized anymore. Anybody can enter, anything can happen. Parties, people are packed, nothing like social distancing happening. And then schools, boarding houses, because I understand that a lot of COVID-19 happened in boarding schools, albeit not too many of them disclosed what was happening or what had happened. But with teens, it's not quite like children that are always asymptomatic. They pretty much get this COVID-19. It can be quite dangerous amongst teens. I have a teenager. I don't want her to go to physical school, at least not yet. We're tired of being at home. Who is not tired of being at home? Please tell me. We're tired of being at home. We want to stretch our legs. We want to move out. We want to socialize. We want to interact. But without life, we can only do it for a limited period of time if we don't look after our lives, if we don't look after our health. So it's very important that we look after our health. And I don't know why we're not doing it. And now it has spiked up again. And we also have heard of a new strain, and people are traveling freely. The borders are open. People are going all across the world traveling, and who knows what they're carrying, and how often do we actually have these tests in Nigeria? So your neighbor could have it. Anybody can have this COVID-19 all around you. So it's important that we're taking it seriously. But now, schools have now been asked not to resume. Now, we got one that we shouldn't resume physically indefinitely. They will let us know when they want to let us know. And then we had another one saying that we should resume on the 18th. However, I didn't notice whether it said physically or not. But I don't recommend physical resumption yet. Now, it is so sad again that yet our children, many of them will still not be able to go to school. Many have not gone to school since March, April of 2020. That is like 9-10 months, a whole academic year. A lot of them have not gone to school. And then this again, is it ever going to stop? Is it ever going to stop? So it's like so discouraging for our children. And whilst it seems that some of our children are online, I need us to understand that they are the minorities, many of whom are in Lagos. They are not the majority. They are the minority, and they are mostly in Lagos. And I'm not saying they're only in Lagos, they're mostly in Lagos. So even if every child in Lagos, let's assume every child in Lagos is even online, which is not true, then think about the population of Nigeria. Approximately 200 million. It is safe for teachers to work online, but it's not safe for anybody to be roaming about, because you don't know who is on the bus, you don't know who has it, you don't know who is asymptomatic. Even the buses that they were wearing masks before, now you don't see them taking it seriously. People are just doing anything that they want. Now, as we are resuming, I want to encourage us that we should support each other, because this thing is not easy. In fact, I was looking forward to physical resumption, but I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that just because we crossed over from 2020 to 2021, the coronavirus will just disappear. Let's just be realistic, because I know a lot of people were just doing all that, believing. Yes, we can believe, but the thing is, it is here. It's not going to go away in a hurry. And even as much as I like to be strong and I'm intrinsically motivated, I was actually discouraged to find out that we're not going back to physical school. We got a school already at Le Poche School. If you're not following us as Le Poche School, do follow us. And we're taking inquiries. I had long inquiries today because parents just want to know, how we're going to do this online thing. We've been online since March, even before the lockdown proper. We were online. So parents wanted to know. So I had to take inquiries. How are we going to, check on their children, assess their children, But the mental health of teachers is very, very, very important, honestly. Because a lot of teachers are like, oh my God, even on Facebook when I put it out, people are like, oh no, online school. But it is here. Let us just look for a way to be grateful in the midst of it. Number one, we are alive. Number two, we have access to Wi-Fi, we have devices, and we can continue with our children. Our children are fed up. They don't want to continue online. They just want to see their friends socialize, give their friends a high five, jump on their teachers, and do anything they, just have fun like it used to be. You see, this new normal we're talking about, we don't even know what the new normal is because it's one thing after the other. When we thought we were getting a grip of it, then next thing, it has declined again. So we need to think about the mental and emotional health of teachers. Now, even without the COVID-19, the third mainland bridge they are working on it. Those teachers that don't have cars are struggling on the roads. If you don't let them close early, our teachers, the minute they finished online school, as soon as they finish 2:00, everybody is out, so that they can get to their homes, because it's so, number one, security issues in Nigeria. There are not many policemen on the streets anymore. The traffic is overwhelming. People are struggling in traffic. They are hot, they are tired, they are bothered. Thank you, Lord, for rain today. They're hot, they're tired, they're bothered, and then some of them are not being paid, or they're not paid regularly. Some of them have had to leave the industry, So you need to support your teachers. If you're an educator, if you're someone that hires labor, employer, or whatever it is, you need to support them, because teachers cannot perform well if they are not being supported. So you need to support your teachers rightly. Even if you need help, get the help. Get someone in to come and speak to you. Do breathing exercises. Do things together. Just be happy together. Encourage your teachers, because if they are in a good shape, they are going to be able to help the children. They will be able to facilitate those classes. They'll be able to do well by those children. However, if they're overwhelmed, if they're tired, if they're not well paid. Now, already, I shared lessons about the coronavirus the first time. Some mistakes that some schools made, and generally make even before the coronavirus, where people are in debt, they're competing unhealthily, they're taking out loans, they're just doing what other people are doing. They're not taking it in their own stride. And then they got into trouble, couldn't pay staff. And some could pay staff and just didn't pay staff. God forgive us all, But your priority should be your teachers. Even as this lockdown has happened again, as we look at the figures, the first thing is we must make sure that we are able to pay our teachers. To the glory of God, we're able to pay our teachers full salary, including data money, throughout the pandemic, because they are critical. They were happy. It was stressful, but they were able to give the children their best. All the pupils got the best, They were not stressed and not frustrated and worried, Anything that was a challenge was really in terms of the new normal, the changes, and the speed at which they had to adapt to the different things, the way they had to differentiate for every child and plan for every child to make sure that they carry every child along. So teachers, mental health, emotional health, make sure that they are happy. If they're not happy, they can't give your children, the students or your pupils, they cannot give them the best. Collect all the school fees in the world, the parents will still be dissatisfied, they will still leave your school. The tweet papers that came today, they came from a school, and I said, but that is a good school. But I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that I suspect anyway that it was pressure that didn't allow those teachers to deliver their best, and now they've quit on them. So we must ensure that we make sure that the teachers put their best foot forward. Empower them, help them, speak to them, motivate them. And if you're a parent, be supportive. Parents at Le Poche School were so supportive. I love them. So supportive during the COVID-19. I was even surprised that people were putting checks down for us, for the school, to do sinks. Marble sinks at the entrance, COVID-19 mask. They're sending things to the school, money, snacks, like you guys just chill, you guys just be happy. Even the calls alone, I appreciate it. How are you guys doing? It's okay for you to call the teachers. Don't assume that because you've paid salary, that is the end. The thing is that I stand as someone that runs a school, and I also stand as someone that's a parent. So I know how it is on both sides. I know how it is. So it's very, very critical. It's very, very important that we carry our teachers along. Someone asked a question. Jess said, I agree, ma'am. What happens in a situation where teachers are mandated to resume on site? Then you go. The thing is, the federal government has said children should not resume. They haven't said people should not work. So your school still has to, you still have to be functional. You still have to go and do your displays. If you have not already done your displays in the school, you still have some planning to do. If you still have some planning to do, you need to finish it. You need to find out and have discussions. Don't ever think as if when they tell you to come to school, there's a fight. Don't put up this defense. Have discussions. Have communications, Sometimes the people that even are in leadership, they don't even know your pain. They don't know what you're feeling. For example, I live pretty close to the school. So it's walking distance. I live pretty close to the school. When this third mainland bridge thing started, the teachers were always complaining. So I reduced the number of days that they had to come to school, which worked perfectly fine. But after, I think they're coming 3 days a week. That time, at some point, we really did a lot. There was one time when they were not coming at all sorts. I think they're doing 3 days a week. So there was a day where Rave TV invited me to come on TV to come and speak. I had to go to Ilupeju. I went to Ilupeju. It took me 2.5 hours to get there in the morning, and it took me 3.5 hours to get back. The minute I got back, I just said, you know what? Nobody should come back to the school. Just 1 day a week is okay. 1 day. And that 1 day, once you finish like this, in fact, before you finish at 2 o'clock, hold your bag. And as 2 o'clock is just start running to your homes, because I experienced what they're going through. So right now, even beyond the COVID, there is the stress of the heat. There's the stress of getting to work and getting back home. There's the fear, the security, because we don't have policemen on the road. We don't have too many officials on the road. So the streets are dangerous. Third Mainland Bridge, Aja, Lekki, everywhere is crowded. Right now, it should be a year of grace over grades. It shouldn't just be grade. I have structure, operational this. I want to implement this. Yes, you should have structure. Nobody's saying don't have structure. But there's some things that you're going to have to overlook, because we are still in uncharted territory. We've done 2 terms online. Does not mean that we have mastered it. A lot of people haven't mastered it. And even if you think you've mastered it, there's still room for growth. There's still a lot to learn. So don't assume that you've arrived. Keep learning with the teachers. Keep leading keep leading situationally. So it's called situational leadership. So I don't leave my teachers to just get on with it. Now they know what they're doing. But if I find out anything, I come and share with them. If there's something that we have to learn together, I show them. I get my hands dirty. If I have to log into a class or assembly, I log into the class so that they can see that I'm doing. I'm not just sitting somewhere and giving them instructions, so that any fear is removed from that process. Because don't assume that everybody is confident and everything. Nobody is just confident going into people's homes and just talking. A lot of people don't have experience of doing that. Even ordinary live Facebook live or Instagram live video, a lot of people are not interested in doing things like that. So teachers have been put under a lot of pressure, and they've been told to do so much, and we don't have too many teachers anymore in the system. So the little that we have, the few teachers that we have, we really need to appreciate them. I'm not saying worship them, but appreciate what they are doing. Whatever it is you can do for them. I had a parent that paid for Zoom Pro, the unlimited one where it doesn't cut off after 40 minutes. Zoom Pro for every single class for the whole term. A family did. For all the classes at Le Poche, for the whole term, they paid for it. And I thought, oh wow, this is amazing. So much love, so much generosity shown. And I paid it forward. So me too, I went to my daughter's school and I said, okay, I cannot do your whole school because their own school is bigger than our own. But hey, this your year level head and this person, you people should take the Zoom Pro and run with it. Paid it forward. How can I be good? Don't assume that because you've paid school fees, everything is okay. It's still okay to send the teacher a text message or an email and tell them that they're doing a good job, to encourage them. Because these same teachers that have been told that they are rejects, third-class citizens, and they are forced into education. They're the ones struggling to be tech experts, to be able to deliver good lessons to your children. So they are doing an amazing job. So please appreciate those teachers. Appreciate them. It's not easy. I'm a very confident person. I don't need anybody to tell me that. But when I heard this online school, it's not even when I heard it. I knew it, but you needed confirmation of the facts. You needed confirmation. And when the confirmation came, and I knew that time, look, it's here, and this coronavirus patterning, and it's spreading, and now second wave from South Africa, I wasn't excited about it. We've done flowers all around the school. We've painted. Everywhere is looking beautiful. We're just waiting for the children to come, run around on the playground. We're so ready, so pumped up for the children. But guess what? They have to be at home. We want them to be safe. And those schools that are trying to bully parents to bring their children, I know some parents want to send their children to school. I don't encourage you to. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I don't encourage it. But don't bully parents to bring children to school because of school fees or because of administration or because it makes everything easier. Your admin is easy, everything is easier if everybody's on ground. But safety first. So let that safety be first and make sure that you give slack. Allow people to, so if they're going to finish a particular job, administrative job in maybe 4 hours, allow them 6 hours or let it be the next day. Allow flexibility at this time. Don't put pressure on people because people are going through a lot. Even the teachers have children at home. When I still have the teacher who, this online school, she's trying to balance her own class, do so many things at the same time. But her own children's school, she lives quite far away, so not near the school. She lives so far away and the school wasn't really performing in terms of this online school. So she's teaching other people's children, her own children. They're not in school because they're not organized and stuff like that. I said, is it not online? So you don't have to think about distance anymore. Why don't you just let them join? Let them join Le Poche. And immediately she had peace of mind. She didn't have to worry about all that, what's happening to my own children, this, that, and the other. You must be flexible. You must be generous. You must support the teachers. As an institution, as a parent, it's very important that we do so. I was talking about newsletters and stuff like that. And people are already sending newsletters to school, to parents. Don't come to school. We will not give you login. You cannot come online if you don't pay the school fees. If you don't, is it like, it's not war. Honestly, I find that anyway, we all have our tribe. That's the important thing. I keep telling people that everybody's not your customer. Everybody's not your customer. If you keep getting everybody, they are the ones that will give you trouble. It's better if you have one small school, everybody is paying. Now have one big school and three-quarters of them are not paying. And the small school is even making more money and more progress and have more sanity and peace than you do. People miss that thing. They just want the whole world to come. So a Gbogbo will come to your school and Gbogbo will give you all the Gbogbo trouble in the whole world. We had so much peace. That peace, I can't thank God enough for the peace that we had at Le Poche. It was such a blessing. So Shakira says health and safety is what parents want. Yes, health and safety is very, very important. But we know that with this COVID-19, it's raging now. So it's very important that we keep those kids at home. You're sensitive to their needs. Not many administration and worker owners are like that. Kudos, man. Thank you. And that is the reason why we are having these conversations, because we are all learning. There's nobody that has arrived. There are things that I'm also learning. I join webinars, I join meetings so that I can also learn something. But I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that feedback is very important right now for teachers. Support is very, very important to boost their morale and their mental and emotional well-being. It is not the time to say they're not doing it well enough. There's no template to follow right now. Yes, it should be better if they were online. Yes, but they don't expect perfection. When they make a mistake, you're criticizing. It is challenging, and they're doing their best to deliver these lessons to your children at this time. So please be supportive. Teach your children to say thank you. Let them say thank you after every lesson. Thank you, Ms. Ronke. That was a great lesson. Thank you, Ms. Ronke. You paid school fees does not mean that people should not appreciate the service that is given. No, it doesn't matter. Teach your children to say thank you. I'm saying it out of experience. Our children will say thank you, Miss this, thank you, Miss Y, thank you, Miss X, because they are grateful. And we have a theme. The theme we had in our first term was a theme of gratitude. We told our pupils to thank their parents, write them notes, and let them understand. We let them understand that they are online does not mean the whole world is online. We had a theme for that corona season. Well, we are still in it, but that when it originally happened, we had that theme so that gratitude is at the back of the minds of the children. They shouldn't assume that coronavirus happened and they just have to be at home on their tablet, and every child is on their tablet. Every child is not on their tablet. Every child is not slaying online. There's some children that haven't been to school since March. There's some children that don't have enough food to eat. There's some children that they are using WhatsApp. They don't have Zoom and they don't have LMSs in their school to use. Don't take away the reality from the children as a school or as a parent. Don't let them live this fluffy, artificial life where they think, as they believe that everything is okay. We are living in unprecedented times. We don't know the changes. There are parents that they were quite liquid. They had money to a significant extent, and the COVID-19 has changed a lot for them. What do they tell those kids? Are they going to tell them, okay, oh, don't worry, they'll start pretending? Let your children know your reality. Let them know their school fees. Let them know that you still have this to pay. Let them know. If you've paid it, let them know that you prioritize them and you didn't go buying clothes and doing all other things. You prioritize your children. Have those important conversations with your children. Connect with them. Let them know. Onikosola said, fantastic points. I had a not so good day, but right now I feel good. I'm glad you do. I'm glad to be of service. Shakira said, it's the same here. Not all children have the needed equipment to learn. Many children are behind. Where are you writing or watching from, Shakira? It would be nice to know. So, Jessie, I hope that answers you. Please go to school. They haven't said we can't work. Go to school, and if there are challenges, communicate those challenges, and ask for flexibility, maybe coming to school a number of days a week and being online, but be supportive of the school. And if the schools, please, it's about productivity. It's not about being in the classroom. You should be able to hire teachers that are competent enough that you trust. I don't need to micromanage the posh teachers. Anytime I log in at any time for any class, they are there. They are there because they are responsible people. It's not the kind of thing like, will she log in, will she not log in, is she eating biscuits, is she doing this, is she not doing that? They are responsible people. And if you've hired responsible people, you can let them work from home so that the pressure is less. They can work from home, they can deliver their lessons. Teach them these video lessons, how they will do it, how they will upload, which LMS are they going to use. Do a revision with your children. They may have forgotten how to use your particular LMS, or you may have integrated a new one or implemented a new one and you want them to use. Before you start, you can even use that first few days to do a revision if the parents need it, or the ones that you felt were struggling last year. Go over it with them, because when the parents know how to use it and the children know how to use it, there's less stress for everybody. But when you're there, say, it's only press that button there, it's just that one. It's easy when you know how. It's not everybody. Chicago, to be precise. Good. I know where to come when after the COVID-19. Coming to Chicago, I know where I'm going to say. I'm going to say at Shakira Kuti's place in the United States of America. That's nice. Thanks for joining from America. Sarita says, that's wonderful. Sarita also said, yes, we should do more. Yes. Adesola said, I appreciate your effort at what you consistently do. This is why I came to Nigeria. So that is, I don't have a choice. I have to do it. It's something that I believe that God wants me to do. Excuse me. So I have to continue to do it. So thank you for recognizing that. I appreciate it. Medina says, you are so on point, ma'am. Teachers' welfare can be linked to both mental and productivity growth. Absolutely. Becky, hello. Medina says, yes, so I'm a teacher and a parent. Exactly. So you know how it is. We know both sides of the coin. Be flexible and generous. Jess says, wow. Safety first. Thank you so much for this, man. Safety first. Ewamade, I love that name. Ewamade. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Teach your children to say thank you. Yes. Jess says, yes, ma'am, you did. Thank you. So yeah. So this is the message that I have today. So as the instructions are coming out, safety should be first. Please stay at home. Please wear your mask. Please, when you start the term, don't assume that the children remember. A lot of them have been at home. They've not been wearing their masks. They've not been doing all these type of things. Remind them that the COVID-19 is there. Use animation or fun videos to connect with them. Don't go and bring one big thick video and 50 minutes long and be showing them. Show them short videos and let them know that this is the new reality of the coronavirus. You connect with these children. Let them know the reality. Let them know that if they that the vaccine is around and people are optimistic about it, it can be a debate topic in your school. Should we have the vaccine? Should we not have the vaccine? Why would you go for the vaccine? Why would you not? It can be fun. Let them be involved in current affairs. Ensure that technology and the knowledge and the current affairs, they know all these things, How are they storing the coronavirus vaccine in ice? At what temperature? What do they need? All these simple facts. Let them know. Let them, it's very important. Don't let the children live in ignorance, because there's a video I'm going to post on Instagram this morning, but I didn't have time to edit it. And that video was pretty much talking about drones and the coronavirus and all sorts of things. And I just thought to myself, look at all these things happening. What are we even teaching the children? Sometimes you just have to, you question what you're teaching. You question what is happening in the entire country. You wonder if they are on par, if they are on scale with what is happening all around the world. You kind of wonder what is happening, because you don't want the children to be left behind. At La Poche School, for example, the children from grade year 1, they are coding. Our 6-year-olds are coding. You have to, because we need you to know these things, because the world has moved on. The world has moved on. Are we going to say, okay, it's when you graduate, when you start learning, and the whole world has already left you? It's no longer about what PowerPoint and Excel. What Excel? Everybody should know that one by now. Move on to more digital skills. Have more digital skills. Be able to do stuff by yourself, and let the children be able to do a lot of things by themselves. Keep on learning. 2020, I learned so much, unbelievable. I've never learned as much in my life. And I tell people, when there's a crisis, there are opportunities. When there's a crisis, there's an opportunity. Seize the opportunity. I've prepared a 3-week coaching and mastermind. It starts on Monday. Join it. If you join today, you can get it for 20,000 naira. It's 25,000 naira, and on Friday, moving to 30,000 naira. Join it. Let us teach you how to monetize your skills, especially educators and business owners. How can you monetize? How can you use the skills that God has given you in a crisis? It's very important, because during the coronavirus time, to me, I found opportunities left, right, and center. There were so many things that I did, and I was telling people online that this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. People didn't seem to get it, but it's happening again. And on phone, people are like, are they going to pay salaries if we resume on the 18th? Is it half salary we will get? That should not be your worry. The true sign of wealth, they've said, is if your job is taken away from you, or your business is taken away from you, your savings and your investment, how long can they take you for? Can you live for 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year? Or you can't even live at all. Once the end of the month, you're already overdrawn. You don't want to live like that. You need multiple income streams. You need digital skills in this day and age. You need to be very on top of your game when it comes to planning, when it comes to collaboration, when it comes to networking, and even seeking the opportunities, finding them, knowing which platforms to use, and things like that. Finding your voice, storytelling, so many things. Really packed session that we have. Join it today for 20,000 naira. After midnight, it goes to 25,000, and on Friday midnight it goes to 30,000 naira. We just finished the December cohort. Testimonials about, I've been sharing it. If you check my stories on my Instagram page, I'm always sharing what people are saying. They're already making money. Every day you should be making money. Even if you are when I was in a job in the UK, I worked in the UK in banks for 10 years. I was a contractor and I was minting it, but I was still doing other things. I still had a children's parties business that was making me a lot of money. We were having 2, 3, 4. Some of you that in UK will know that what I was doing, and I still had a full-time job. So don't, even if you think you have $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 in your account, still continue monetizing, because God has given you a talent. He gave one talent, 5 talents, 20 talents, and they multiplied those talents. So especially people that have schools, they don't believe that people go bring school fees and that is it. Give yourself a salary. Don't draw from the school account. Run it like a proper business. Give yourself a salary, and from that salary, continue to monetize. So anything I do online, if I'm selling my ebooks, if I'm selling my courses, online courses, I'm coaching one-to-one, those are secondary for me. That's not my primary income, that's secondary income for me. But you must continue. Even my 15-year-old, I've trained her. She's done her first business. She does this dance studio things where she coaches young children how to dance. She's going to start coding and teaching children how to code because she's a very good developer already at 15. She did her dance thing that she does. She did t-shirts and she sold all the t-shirts. So if children are making money, and she's got a YouTube channel as well, if children are already on this path, what is stopping you? What is stopping you? So come and learn. Come and be with people of like mind. You don't have to be an educator. Come and join this session on Monday. It's not even expensive. If you really think about it, it's not expensive. Less than 1,000 naira a day, which is like £2 or something, like even £1 something a day. So think about it. You can go out and eat all that up in no time. So get it. Join the class. Very, very important. And then ensure that because you can be in the classroom. Some teachers believe that, oh, the only value chain in education is when they have a school. And I keep telling people that if I didn't have a school, sometimes I feel like if the school is even holding me down. If when it comes to monetization, the school is holding me down because I don't have the liberty to go around and do what I want to do. I will just go to all the schools in the whole world and collect all their money. But you need to know how, because the value chain in education, for example, there are 106 things that you can do in education. But people think it's only when you have the school. They don't know the secrets. They don't know the things that they can do as educators, even as business people. But a lot of us don't know the things that we can do as business people. There are opportunities out there. When there's a crisis, people panic. When there's a crisis, people want to know what to do. You know, there's so many things. Without wanting to give you everything, join the class. Just register. You know, nice and cheap right now. Just register. I'm not doing any one till next December because once I finish this one, boom, I'm facing another project. So I've got projects lined up. I'm already busy. I've been busy since last year. I had so many projects lined up since last year, even during the coronavirus. I don't do year to year because 1,000 years but a second in the sight of God. All this new Happy New Year we're doing, they're artificial constructs. They are not really anything like one big landmark in the eyes of God. He just says, teach us to number our days. Let's number our days and value it, because on average we have 10. That's it. But Happy New Year, new dress, first Sunday of the week, first Sunday of the month, they're all artificial constructs. They're all artificial. You know, you just put them there. Merry Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Nobody even knows the birthday of Jesus Christ. It's just artificial construct. I was raised to wear the Christmas dress. I was raised to wear the Christmas hat with the nice socks and the new underwear and the new socks and look pretty and go to church. I didn't raise my daughter like that because I've come to a new realization and belief. Whilst I'm grateful to God, and we always express gratitude at December, always express gratitude all the time. Teach your children to have a gratitude journal. We always express gratitude, but I don't make it a big deal at Christmas time. No, we appreciate Jesus on a daily basis. And we appreciate life on a daily basis. I'm not happy that I made it to 2021 because the corona was then I made it. Yes, I made it every day. Thank you, Jesus. Because you may have made it to 2021. Haven't we already heard of people that died January 1, 2, 3, 4? Haven't we heard already? People have already died. So if you cross over to 2021, it does not mean that something is not waiting in front of you. Thank God every day. Every day is an opportunity to thank God. Don't wait till Christmas or to Valentine's or to Easter or one artificial construct to thank God. Let it be a lifestyle. Let it be a routine. Let your gratitude be a lifestyle. And we can teach you how to set yourself up for success. That you won't have a choice but to be grateful. You won't have a choice but to affirm yourself. You won't have a choice but to give out. So all those things that are stopping you. Because a lot of people, they have so much information, but they believe they need another degree. They need another course. They need another. We will show you those things that are making you believe that you need one thing or the other. Bust those things, Bust those things so that you can have clarity and be able to win. Every day you must be making money. Every single day. If you're not making money every day, then you've not started your journey of wealth. Every day, your accounts, you must hear, if you are living in Nigeria, and if you're abroad, I don't know if they do notifications now. My Halifax doesn't do notifications. I still have to log in on a daily, to check if somebody has paid me. I don't get notifications. Somebody should actually let me know. Have they changed that? I don't know if they have. But in Nigeria, you must be getting money every single day, whether you are sleeping or not. You don't have to be physically somewhere or speaking somewhere before you are getting money. So don't always think, because I have a school, I can't do anything else. Don't let them lie to you that school owner don't do this, school owner cannot dance, they cannot be fine. Those are stereotypes. They have been designed by man to keep you in a box. They will design so that you don't have progress. You are smelly. You don't inspire the children. You don't. Actually, if you ask my daughter who I inspiration, she will say is her mom. I'm always her first inspiration. It may change, I don't mind as long as somebody that's greater than me, But right now, I'm one of the people that she will call when it comes to who inspires you. Do the teachers inspire the children? They want to be like you. All smelly. I'm sure you guys saw the video I did, that funny video I did, just to show what people want a teacher to look like. They want to go abroad, have fun, dance online, do anything, but they don't want educators to be free. They say, oh, you have to be serious as an educator. A serious person. What has serious got to do with the knowledge that you have or knowledge that you want to transfer? What is your definition of seriousness? After all, we've all gone to this school. We've all gone to get the education degree. We've all gone to go and learn. So we have the content, we have the mode of delivery, we know what we are doing, we can communicate, and you want to have a good time, but you don't want educators to have a good time. It's unfair, and that is why I teach the teacher brand. And I have a course for teacher brand, I have a course for storytelling and mindset makeover. If you need any of them, connect with me. Come out of that box. Don't stop allowing people to dictate what you should look like, how pretty you should be, how long your hair should be, the type of suit you should wear. They will dictate it to you, especially in this Nigeria. They will put you in a box that you will wake up one day, you will be 60, 70, and you will regret your life because you won't have done anything. You wouldn't have traveled abroad because some people, I know a school that met me and said, thank you, okay, you set me free. I said, I didn't set you free. Jesus set you free. So you don't know what one of your posts, that post was set yourself free. It was end of term around July, and people started talking, hey, school owners, they will pack all their money and go abroad. Haven't you given a service? I make no apologies. I tell people, I didn't steal any parents' money. We all get a salary for the service that we provide to children. We provide a damn good service. Our eyes are on, we even have a lot of preschoolers. Our eyes are on them, hawking around them. We have technology to monitor, cameras here and there. The investment, you paint this, individual bed, sanitize this. Even before Corona, you do this so much that attention to detail that we pay at La Poche School. And then parents will pay, and somebody will tell us that, in fact, when the American Embassy came to, we still passed. American Embassy came to inspect. We still passed. This is how much of a good job that we are doing. Safety, everything, we are on top of it. Child protection, we're on top of it. Training and development of teachers, we're on top of it. Then you say that somebody should pay, we should not enjoy our life. What's that? Even though the coronavirus gone, some of our teachers were supposed to go to Dubai. We want them to go and enjoy their life. Teachers are not supposed to be just there. And if your teachers are not great in your school, they cannot raise great children. A child that can hardly speak English, and not good with English, and not do it. Is that the child that will go to raise an Obama? How? Think about it. When you want to pay rubbish salaries to teachers, and you don't want to pay school fees, and you want your children to be in their care, and you're abusing those teachers in front of your children, they have no respect for the teachers, and you want that teacher to raise a giant in your child. Think about it. What are we pretending not to know? We must honor teachers. If they have not done it historically, and that is one of the reasons I came to Nigeria, it must change. It just has to change. We must respect the teachers so that they can give our children the best. It's for your own selfish interest to teach your child. My daughter's teachers, they know. Anyway, they're teaching my daughter. You know, someone like me, I have one. I don't have abundance. I have abundance in the school, but just biological, I have one. So, anybody that's teaching my daughter, I love you with the love of the Lord. I love you with the love of the Lord. You know, I just do. Because you have my most precious baby in your care. You know? And I tell my daughter to appreciate her teachers. 1st of November, at midnight, once she's greeted the family members, she's emailed all her teachers to wish them happy birthday. So the parenting, there's a lot we have to do. There's some things that we must do that are not necessarily what everybody is doing. And it may seem as if, oh, you're raising an ethical child, you know, this type of child, why would she be emailing the teachers or whatever the case may be? But you are depositing seeds in that child. So let me just put here. Okay, no, that's the wrong kind of. Okay, I've got 15%, but I'll soon round up. Anyway, so your children should be doing some unique things. And if your children have not resumed, they should do a card. Sometimes it's not money. It can be paper. Just bend A4 paper into 4 and let them create a card for their teachers. And you will see how it will make the teachers feel. We keep these things. If you see what I keep in my office, that children, some of them have even come and they've gone to other countries. I keep them. I love them. They keep me going. I know that those children, they will think about me one day, no matter how small they are. They will say, oh, Miss Runke, they will remember me. And it makes me feel good. It's priceless. So let's raise our children to support the teachers, to love the teachers, and we must do so. And if you hire teachers, stop saying they will annoy you. I love my teachers at Leposh. I will not lie to you. But if I tell you that they don't annoy me sometimes, and I annoy them, I'm so annoying. I even annoy you that you don't even know me on social media. How much more? So I annoy them. I can just say, so we bang heads together, but we are a family. And we get over it. We get over it in the best interest of the children and to have a very lovely and functional working relationship so that we can move the school forward. I love my peace. I covet my peace. So when parents were fighting, children were fighting, students were fighting, school owner, teacher, I can't. I can't find place for that in my heart. I just can't. I just want to have fun. I just want to do my best for the country. And when the time is come and God says it's time for me to go, I carry my bag and go wherever He wants me to go. Because I doubt that I'm going to retire in this country with the way things are going. And I keep telling people, if you don't have plan B, and I will still be seeing people, they'll be reading my posts for the past 5 years, they'll still be giving birth in this country. It's not money that is stopping you. It's not money. Because going to Ghana, if you save 1,000 naira every day, you will get to Ghana. Go and give birth in Ghana. Go and give birth in Cruz. At least in Ghana, they have 24-hour power. Go and give birth in Ghana. Stop saying, spiritual things. We can see what is happening right now. What are the opportunities for the everyday man? What are the opportunities? And if you know what you know now, and you still giving birth in this country, it's almost criminal. Okay, you've already given birth, so don't be angry with Runke Posh. Then start seeking opportunities. Start kicking for scholarship. I even want to have this conversation for those people that will be telling the scholarship talk, how you can seek scholarship for your children to go abroad and go and study. It's not only Canada. There's so many places around the world that they can go and study. Let's be real. How many people can afford the private universities in Nigeria? How many people? And even with that, you're all sorts of wahala, all sorts of trouble. Look at what we are facing with Deeper Life School, this and the other. Let's face it. Let's not pretend we don't know that it's a joke in many, many institutions in Nigeria. So give your children opportunities. Don't be mean to them. Don't listen to what people say. Don't let them put you under pressure that you must have a son. I don't have a son, and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Some people have son, give me a headache. See my fantastic, awesome. So what am I looking for again in a daughter? Who will even give birth to me and say they don't have a child? It's what you invest in the child. Or what if you think as if, it's only boy that you have. Sons are good, though, don't get me wrong. I'm married to a son. I love my dad, he's a son. I have a brother, he's a son. But my point is, don't let them pressure you. So you have 3 girls, you keep on having, you have another 10 because you want to have a boy. Or you have 3 boys, you have another 15 children because you want to have a girl. Then the stress. Already, if you have 3 kids under the age of 7, you're very, very prone to mental health challenges. I didn't say so. Psychologists say that because to manage all those children is a lot. And then you put all those children under your care. It's too much for the average person. But people will say, you must have children. You can't have only one. You can't have only... I don't have fertility issues. Sure, you guys. I hope you guys know I don't have fertility issues. You don't know. I don't have them. I have one child. I don't have. My mother doesn't have fertility issues. So think about it. Let that one sink. So I'm not a typical Nigerian. So I understand. Some people it will be hard pill to swallow. I have one child. Can you come? Some people don't have now. Remember. So it's not a competition. Your friend has 3 children. You can't have 3 children. You forget that they're going to put them in a... Ask the typical youth what their dream is. They want to leave the country because the parents are giving birth to them in a country where they feel cheated. And they're calling them lazy youths and hoodlums. That is the opportunity that is there. So what are we pretending not to know? What are we pretending not to know? The children are... Ask them. Go on the street. Just ask any Nigerian youth. If you could have anything in this world, American visa, UK visa, Canada, anywhere, Malaysia, anywhere, in fact, Argentina, in fact, anywhere, Snake Land, anywhere but Nigeria. Let's face it, they want to go. And we keep giving birth to multitude of children and keeping them here. Some of them will go out on their way to trying to escape, they die. Some of them will marry people they don't love because of papers. Some of them will go to countries in the UK, they will be there and they are struggling in the UK. I've lived in the UK for 20 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Illegal migrants, they will just hear police siren like this. They're already ducking and diving because they don't have peace. They can't get proper jobs. They are cooking, they are plaiting hair, and they have all the degree in the world, but they don't have this passport. They just want to get out. As I was still reading on Instagram, when one guy was saying where he's living in such a horrible, rotten country that is so terrible, but as terrible as it is, at least he sleeps at night. He's not worrying about anybody coming to kill him or anything like that. So let's not pretend that we don't know that this country, that we have challenges. We have hope. We believe that things will get better. But I personally believe that whatever work I do now, I'm only laying tracks for my children, my children's children. And when I say that, I don't even mean necessarily biological. We're just paving the way for generations to come. We're so close to being called a failed state now. And we're continuing like that. Let's be real. The things that we're taking seriously are the things that we shouldn't even be taking seriously. You will see all sorts of things online. People, I don't want to call things so that it doesn't look I'm hating on what anybody is doing. But things that are not ecological, are not inspirational, and you find big organizations supporting them, and they will not support education. Without education, we can't get anywhere. So somebody said, Jess says, I'm on this table and you have shattered the table. I need to start looking for opportunities and a plan B for the sake of my... You have to. Sakura said, some are under the bridge. Sad, but they say they are thankful they are out of... Of course, anywhere but Nigeria. That is the truth of our youth. And we keep giving back to them. If you can have one child that is happy, fulfilled, doing amazing things in life, God will keep that child. Some people will have children. They will say they don't want to have one child because what if that child dies? Why would you give birth to a child wishing the child would die? Have you not heard stories of people, families having accidents and all the children died in the car? You have children by faith, not as another one as insurance, so that if one dies, or you have one gender and one gender, so that they can say you have both genders. And then you don't have time, you are stressed, you are hustling, you are going to look for money, you are doing all sorts of things. You don't have time for the children. They grow up, you put them in boarding house, they hate you. They are abused in boarding school. They don't have your time in boarding school. You don't have that time, they don't have your time. They don't know you. 9 years old, they were sending children to boarding school in Nigeria. 8 years old, they're sending children to boarding school in Nigeria. Number one, they're not even in full awareness. 5, 6, they're still really not in awareness. So maybe 2, 3 years, when they start getting some kind of awareness, then you send them to boarding school. And then from there, university, blah, blah, blah. Then you say, oh, come and take care of me. Oh, who would they take care of? What are they taking care of? Our children are not on a pension plan. No. Let me tell you people. The Bible said that our children we should leave an inheritance for our children's children. It didn't say that they should be, I get one more, as they would like to say, that they will eat the truth. It's a bonus if we do. We are the ones that are supposed to leave property for our children, leave an inheritance for them, not the other way around, where you say, you're calling there, you don't send money home this month. You don't send money home. That is not the order. That is not how God designed it. But that's a separate conversation. When we have that one, people always find me abuse me. I think people always, they should know by now. I don't even, it doesn't know what I mean. Truth is truth. You can't fight data. Zill's place said, my 7-year-old son is always saying he wants to travel out. Yeah. If you can't travel out at the moment, let him travel out online. It's very possible. Let him start traveling out online. That by the time he gets to that place or those countries, when you take him to certain places, he will already be saying, this is the West End and this is whatever, this is the city of New York. He will recognize it. Start traveling online. Don't limit your children. Everything is possible with the internet these days. So don't limit your children. So our children, yeah, they're not our pension plan. So if you have any questions, please send them now as I round up. So Sakura, I had to wear Ankara and lace to school, and I had to do my training on diversity to educators. Wonderful. So you're an educator. In fact, you are now my new best friend. I have to follow you. Sakura _ Scooty. Good. I have to follow you. Let me capture my screen so that we can talk. Hey, what? See what I've done here? I have already... Oh, thank God I didn't lose it. So I will get in touch, Shakira. Please, if you don't mind, send me a DM. Let's talk. If you're an educator, I love connecting with educators around the world. What are you guys doing this COVID? What's happening? And blah, blah, blah. So Shala Adija Kadiri says, you're on point, Posh. Many gave birth to numerous children because they believe at least one will be breaking my heart. They believe at least one will be successful to take care of them. And that is not the order. We dump so much responsibility on our children. We should work to cater for ourselves when we grow old. So we should have pension plans. We should try and get, even if it's one land, but you can still find land for 150K there. Mowe, all those other places. Don't think as if they are far away. By the time you sell them in a few years' time, it will make sense to you. Those are the type of pension plans. So like I said, anyway, there's so many things you can do when it comes to getting money. Just join the coaching and mastermind session on Monday. We will talk about that. But for today, you can get it for 20,000, like I said. And we talk about so many things on those programs. Just said I should be Minister of Education, and I have reservations. One time somebody said I should be, I always get this all the time, Minister of Education. I'm like, I don't want Minister of Education. And this guy, he works at Rotary Club, he's quite a senior person there, and he said to me that, he said it rhymed, but I can't remember how he said it. He said, I have to be in it to drive the change that I'm looking for. I have to be in that sector. But I've heard many people say that when they get into it, they kind of like they are gagged. So you may be out there like, okay, Posh, we don't want this, we want this for Nigeria. We are all guns blazing, doing that. And then when we get into it, we see all the things that are going on. And it's like, I don't know, don't quote me. It's like they can't do anything anymore. It's like, it's beyond them now. It's like, I can't do anything. Or maybe they're gagged or something. I don't know. But the person that went in is not like the person that is in there anymore. So I'm like, do I really want to go there and not be able to express and say something? See, without being Minister of Education, I know the influence in my own little sphere, in my own little area I have on educators. And I'm happy. You know, if I die tomorrow, I know that I've made some kind of impact in the lives of parents and children. I don't want to be in a sector where I will know that there are ills and I won't be able to do something about it. That is my fear of government. That is my fear. So, but if God says I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. And if God says I'm not going to be there, wherever I am, the light will shine. The Bible says, let your light so shine before men, they will see your good deeds and glorify your Father who is in heaven. So, thank you so much. God bless you all.